Hello everyone and welcome to Mark's allotment. Now then, I'm just going to go out for a quick walk around the area. So if you would like to join me, you're very welcome. So see you on the route. Bye for now. Okay everybody, now for the tricky bit. Just show you what I mean in a minute. Let me turn the camera around. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Mark's allotment. You may have noticed that there's not been much happening on the plot, being winter of course, and it's been it's been so wet, so I've just been overindulging as we all do over Christmas. And so as you will see from some of the previous shots, that the great and washed are out walking. I put myself in that category. Anyway, here we are. Now this used to be the original road. I'm not going to say where from where to, but until they built that dual carriageway bypass, this would have been the road that you would have used to get from wherever to wherever. Some of you probably know or can work it out where it is, but anyway, so which is great actually, because this is now I mean, you can still drive down here, it's just a dead end. They use this to access the cemetery, which you'll see shortly, and ostensibly it's a closed road. You can walk down it and you can cycle down it, of course. So I'm just seeing where we go. Interesting. No. Oh, it's just somebody walking the dog in the field, which... okay. Anyway, so it's just that people don't normally park there, so that's why I was a bit interested. So I just, don't know if you can see there, an old village poking up above the trees there, on top of the mountain. And we're now coming up to the cemetery. I'm just going to turn the camera off for a second while this chap walks past, because he may not want me to film him. Bear with me. Right, and welcome back. So there's the cemetery. All I would ask, if I do linger on one of the graves, please don't focus in on it. I don't think that would be very respectful. Anyway, so because I know they've got these facilities on the films these days where you can focus in on things. Yeah, so in my past job, because I'm now retired, that was one of my jobs, was to arrange funerals for people, for families, and this would be one of our cemeteries that we would use if it wasn't for cremation. Right. So there we are, a big church on the hill. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, that's where I want to live when the sea levels start rising. Because that's about the only place won't be underwater. Oh dear, I don't know. I think I'll be dead and long gone before that ever comes to pass. Right, so as I say, this would have been the original road. So you can see what I'm now going to switch off, because I don't want to bore you with an endless film of a road. Right, I'll see you back shortly. Be careful, don't want to drop the camera in the water, as I haven't got the waterproof housing on this. This would be a good bridge for poo sticks, wouldn't it? Yes. If anybody knows what that's about. But for those who don't, alright, somebody's obviously putting feed out for whatever, the birds probably, but the squirrels will probably get that. So for those who don't know, where have you been? Pooh Sticks came from the story of Winnie the Pooh, of course. And Christopher Robin and Pooh and the rest of the clan would drop sticks into the water one side of the bridge, and then whoever stick came out the other side first was the winner. Simple games, good old days, eh? Anyway, of course, this what you can see just above me now is the another bypass which connects to that dual carriageway we saw earlier. So we're just going to go under that. As I say, this is now a dedicated cycleway. They've done a brilliant job around this area with cycle paths, etc. I mean, obviously I've retired now, but which is sod's law. Well, not sod's law, but it's no advantage to me anymore. But I could have cycled to work about 6 miles away just using cycle paths. Well, I mean, I would have had to use the main road a little bit, but the main roads are fairly quiet now. So we're now going to disappear down that way. As I say, there's a cycle behind these houses, behind those trees. There is a cycle path which runs all the way along, and it was originally a train track. To be honest, I'm not quite sure where it went to. I think it was just where that car is coming now, there was a train track crossing that road at that point. Anyway, so being a mining area, all these tracks would have led down to the ports eventually, and delivered the coal, of course, in the heyday. So the cycle path now, I will show you we will get onto the cycle path shortly, but anyway, that railway track is now a cycle path, and it goes for a heck of a long way. Alright, so I'm just going to switch off for a minute. Okay, so we've just come around that bend there, obviously. Now then, we're going to join that path down there. That's the cycle path, but I am not going to go down that mucky set of steps, but come up housing estate, cut along and back down and join it a bit further down. So as I say, this let's see if we can just give a quick glimpse. Hopefully you can see through that mesh. That would have been originally a train track. So I'm just going to actually I think I'll just leave the camera running for a minute. As I say, we're going to just go where that cyclist is, come down there a bit and join it a bit further down. Right, so let's switch off for a bit. So earlier in the walk, that's where I came from, over those houses, around the back, down through these, well, it looks like woods, but they're not woods, they are woods, but yeah, and then it's obviously one big circle. The walk should take around about 2 hours, 3 if I keep stopping like this. Oh, it's all fun, isn't it? I got nothing better to do, absolutely nothing better to do. There we are. So we're going to see what those people are joining from the left. That's where we're going to join the cycle path in shortly. So I'll just leave you for the time being. Okay, so we just joined the path. Hope I'm not moving the camera too fast. And then we join this cycle path. And I'll give you one look both ways. So it disappears up there, as you can see, and down this way, which is where we're going. So this dual carriageway that we went over earlier, so we're now going under it. And as I said, this would have been originally a train track, a railway track. Yeah. So as you can see, it's very busy today. People have gone stir crazy, I expect. Anyway, I can't blame them. Right, just gonna switch off for a bit. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, I'm shutting off the camera every so often because A, it's just so much of the same thing anyway, but I don't really want to be filming people as they walk past, just in case they get a bit iffy about me filming them. So I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. Anyway, yes, so as you can see, it's all tarmacked, this cycle path. They've done an absolute brilliant job. You know, it's been a few years in the making. They did this section first, and then the section behind me a bit further up. They did that a year later. But that was about 2 years ago, I believe. Anyway, now then, the only downside, gotta have a negative. The only downside of this, of course, is with it being so long and straight. Because it's psychological, isn't it? You think you're not going anywhere. You know, you're just walking and walking and walking. Think, good God, will I ever get to the end of it? But apart from that, no, it's very good. You know, let's say this is a path I would have cycled if I was going to go to work. But here we are. I'm now retired, so I don't need to do it anymore. Yes. So right, I'm just going to switch off a bit. See you shortly. Okay. Anyway, so we're coming to the end of this particular stretch. And if you saw my previous film, where I was down by the river, etc., then just go across the diagonal there. I mean, I've got to go over this footbridge first onto the other side, and then that joins up with that previous film where I was filming by the river in all the pouring rain. Right, I'll just let you know this is part of Cycle Route 4 on the oh God, what do they call it? The National Cycle Route System for Great Britain. So there we are. You can just see it there. So you now know roughly where I live. Anyway, there we are. So it's part of Cycle Route 4 on the National Cycle Route System. So just going to come around here, go over the top of the carriage. This is the other end of the carriageway from the earlier shot. So just going to switch off for a second. So here we go, over the top. So yeah, that's where we've just come, all the way down that route. Now then, don't know if you can just, I wonder if you can see it from here. You may just be able to, I don't know if you can see through the trees. I don't know if the camera can see what I can see, but there's some remains of concrete railway sleepers there. Yeah, so the train track would have carried on around and curved left over this dual carriageway, and in fact I don't know. Oh, there we are. You can just see in the distance two lines going across. That's where the track is still in place. So yeah, and there we are. So the dual carriageway that I crossed earlier was over in that direction. Right. And as I say, all I'm going to do now is go follow this road on the left hand side down the path, another cycle path, and rejoin. So if you connect that to the previous film I'd put up, then I should give you a circular route. Bye for now. Right then, so I've just crossed over that bit of a carriageway. As you can see, the bypass is there. So I'm just going to follow this track down a bit. Excuse me. It's quite a damp day today. Going onto my chest. Yeah, they didn't even bother removing the sign. Stop, look and listen for the trains coming past. And here they are. These if you can see alright. The only train coming along here would be a ghost train, I would have thought now. I'm intrigued actually why they didn't use that as the path. Anyway. Here. And turn left. And as I say, if you look at one of my previous videos, then that will connect up to the connect up to this one, and that should be full circle of the route. It's taken me so far. Right, it's 1:15, so it's an hour and a quarter so far. So I've actually done this. I've been a lot quicker on this time round. Obviously, I'm getting fitter. My legs don't ache so much. Notice that. So right, I'm just going to switch off and until the next bit. Bye for now. Yeah, right. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So that track I just showed you earlier, it's following along this line here, of course, and over there, then over the river, which is there, of course. Well, of course, you wouldn't know necessarily. Yes, not sure why they didn't use that as the path. No, crikey. I don't know if you can see all this. I'll try and get as close as I can. So all that was, after all that rain and that storm, Bella, was it? I think that's the storm it was called. So that's been jammed up on that bit of a buttress there, and yes. Heck. Oh well, here we are. So now all we're doing is following the river, going down behind some factories and a housing estate, but it's quite pretty, and I'm assured there are fish in this river, which I never would have thought it. But oh, somebody's glove. So I hope all this film comes out not too shaky as I'm walking along. Yes, it's all. The problem is, when you live in an area, you don't appreciate it as much as people who visit. That's what I found anyway. But there we are. I'm sure that's very pretty for some people, but I just take it for granted. Right, I'm just going to switch off a bit longer. He's looking for the squirrels, I expect.
Yeah, she is.
They are around here.
Yeah, this is a nice spot, right?
Yeah. She won't catch one.
No, no.
Right, just going over to another bridge, we're crossing over, and then that'll see them. Now then, the only issue we got around here, of course, is yes, there's lots of dog walkers, but they pick up their dog mess in a bag and just dump it on the pathway, which is disgusting, of course. But there we are. What can you say? What can you do? Right, just switch off for a minute. Okay, so there we are. We just crossed over the road, and of course this river's a lot quieter today. Of course, around here these rivers, they rise quickly, but they also fall quickly, you know, in times of flood. And of course now they've started putting these big rocks in. I'm assuming it's to slow the flow down a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, let's switch off while I pass these people. Well, hello everyone. So I just finished off that walk. We're going to trip down to the allotment just to see what damage, if any, has been done, and I'll collect some sprouts while I'm here. So I just spotted something out of the corner of my eye at the moment, but we'll see that shortly. So let's just turn the camera around. So obviously I've put a lot of green manure down and covering most of it up. So obviously the asparagus has died back now. That'll need trimming down. Yeah, I got a few sprouts left, enough to get me through the next few weeks or so. Yeah, it's all looking a bit of a mess at the moment, but yeah, it'll all come good over time. As you can, don't know if I showed you it previously, but obviously I've chopped that apple tree down now. There was obviously 2 James Greaves on dwarfing rootstocks, so what I'm hoping is that it will send up shoots, and then I'll convert it to an espalier or a spalia, whichever way you want to call it, to run it down here. So I've got some slabs that I've acquired free. I'll be for what's that bird down there? Looks like some sort of finch. I wonder if I can get closer. Yeah, what is that? It's got a red, it's not a robin, it's got a red breast, black head, red underbelly, black wingtips. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it from this distance. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna have to disturb him. Right, anyway, so those slabs plus these are going to be covering this area eventually. Yeah, he's also got a white bar across his rump. I'll have to look that up when I get back. Oh, right. Oh dear. I hope that's not ripped, but it looks like it has. Yeah. Anyway, we'll soon find out. Oh. Oh, bugger. Yeah, it's ripped. So I don't know if I can repair any of that. This is why I left it. All the vents open and the door for any wind to blow through. Well, anyway, I've been considering getting a bigger polytunnel, a wider one anyway. So yeah, it's been quite a bit of damage. I'm just going down to the shed to get a bag to take the still some ice. I'm just going to get a poly bag to collect the sprouts. The bulbs are coming through. Have I planted? Obviously. Couldn't remember if I planted bulbs in that one, but it's coming. And it looks like this trailing ivy is finally taken root. Good. So I've just got to do a few more bulbs. Well, I haven't frightened that bird away, whatever it is. Black, wouldn't be a black cap, would it? I don't know. That's too obvious. Anyway, right. I'm going to switch off for the time being. Hello everyone, and welcome back. So that little jaunt, it took me around about 2 hours. Yes, 12 o'clock. So, but of course there was a few stops along the way and diversion onto the allotment. So I would estimate it around about 4 miles, 4.5 miles, something like that. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm planning to do a few more similar films like that. But you know, frankly, there's not a lot happening on the allotment, and you know, gets a bit samey after a while, doesn't it? So that's a lot for now, and see you in the next film. Bye for now.